Alright, and we are recording. Cool. So, a lot has happened recently in your game. Specifically in Darkholm. First off, a lot of gnomes, though they did try and open that up. Starting with some fairies, which didn't really go too well. But you guys were able to help make sure that that went better. Dalen was tried, and his sentence is being debated. Yelavis got away. Who knows where. And you all have another trial in store back in Wildewitch. As Cecil, yours also went by better than perhaps you may have expected. Your banishment has been lifted, however, you have been given either a fine or 50 days of community work within the city to be repaid at a time convenient to you. So, you all, I believe, rested together one last time. This time I believe you were at the Darkholm Manor House rather than the hidden hollow bed and breakfast. But there is... I'll ask if there is any last minute before your travel to Wildewitch, things you'd like to do, conversations you'd like to have within Darkholm proper.
Cecil probably has one stop to make on the way out.
Yeah?
Yep, at that blacksmith's house.
Okay. You know the way there and can get there easily.
Then I suppose on the way out, you know, he would let everyone else back home know that he was heading to Wildewitch to resolve some other business with these Darkwing fairies, and he'd be back when he could. But there's some other things going on that he's got to take care of too.
We texted. Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
I would.
Alright, so when you get to the shop, blacksmith, you would notice that the sign is flipped to closed on the actual business front, but the house is the house is connected, so you would know the entrance to the more homely aspect and can approach that door and knock upon it.
Cecil will knock politely.
And Dalen's father opens the door. The elderly man Cecil, it's been some time since I've seen you.
I've been away, as I'm sure you know.
Yes, I remember. And you can see his face get a little contorted with some perhaps new knowledge and the memories of that.
I'm sorry about what's come to pass with Thalen.
Yes. Is there something that I can do for you?
May I see Amelia?
She is not, as you may have remembered her. And he opens the door for you to step in.
Cecil will step in.
As he leads you further into the domicile, you are brought to a small portion of the house, and the door here is closed, and he knocks upon it, and Amelia, you have a visitor. And after a few moments, you don't hear anything, but he opens the door for you, and light shines in from one of the curtains, and you see the familiar form of Amelia, and she's sort of sat in a small settee by the open window. She's just sort of looking out, and it's a moment when she realizes that the door is open and she sees you, and her eyes widen a bit.
Hey, it's been a long time.
It has been, yes.
Cecil will walk in the room at least.
And she stands up. She looks a little out of sorts, almost. Not in her presentation. She's actually fairly well put together, but seems unpracticed in social situations. So she seems almost skittish.
You can relax. You don't have your old job right now.
No, I never went back. They never asked me to come back.
I'm sorry that you had to go through all of that.
I don't know what to say. I've been told of the recent trials. But it's all quite a lot, and I don't know, I just feel... I feel a lot when I'm out there, and it's easier in here. And now out there is coming here, and I don't quite know what to say or do.
Well, I was cleared of pretty much all of my wrongdoing. Not all of it, but most. And whatever feelings around town might be held against you should also begin to fade.
Yeah.
The reason for that might not make things easier for you up front, but if you want your old job back, I'm sure we could make that happen.
I don't know that I'd be any good at it these days.
Well, Cecilia might need help. She might like to see a friendly face around the manor, and maybe that would do you some good too. But I'm sorry that, well, it just seems like you kind of got caught up in some stuff that neither of us really understood everything that was going on.
Yeah. Perhaps, maybe if I had done something else, maybe
Nope,
fate.
you didn't do anything wrong. You don't have anything to blame yourself for.
And you can see that perhaps your words don't quite reach the center of her, but she doesn't argue back against it.
I'm already leaving town again. I've got some other business to take care of. So if you do want your job back, just let my sister know, okay?
I will, yeah.
All right. Take care. And Cecil just slowly back out of the room and pull the door closed.
And she kind of like gives an almost wave goodbye as you like close the door, and her father is still there, kind of seated. You would notice that there are small little stools just splattered around, and I think that's as good as perhaps any visit may have gone.
I'm sorry for the trouble I brought upon her. And I'm sure you have a lot weighing on yourself as well.
I don't think that, in light of recent knowledge, that your actions were any trouble brought upon her.
Well, she still got caught up in it. That wasn't my intention.
I think your visit may not recognize it now, but will do her very good memories.
Well, when I come back, I'll stop by again to see if she's doing any better. But I told her that if she wanted her job back, she just needed to reach out to my sister.
And he nods, and I will perhaps not pressure her, but make sure she knows the option is there if she does not take up on it soon.
Good. I'm heading out again, so take care. And take care of her.
Yes. Do be safe wherever it is you go. It seems you've done well enough in your exile, but the Pantheon will have its path for you.
Cecil will just nod and then show himself out.
Yeah, easily done.
I think that's it for Cecil.
If there are no other interactions in Darkhold. You are eventually called by Strala for the journey back to Wildewitch. And you, when you arrive in the court of the palace back in Skyfire, Shadala will stand as the guards disperse, and I'd like to welcome you into my personal wings and quarters, so that way you may receive an icon that would grant you some visual protections.
That sounds very helpful. Are we going to be able to secure his uncle?
That will be discussed with Queen Lanafrey as part of what you have revealed to me. Seeing that this was a imprisonment by a royal decree, only royal decree can revoke it.
Suppose that's understandable. How long do you think something like that'll take?
If this was any other situation, longer than would be preferable for figures like yourselves. However, this situation is quite unique in the topics that it touches upon, and will likely be a bit expedient in handling. A matter of days rather than a matter of weeks. I will understand. Oh, go ahead.
No.
I will understand that perhaps due to current misaligned in those that reside within the palace, you would not feel safe in staying within its walls during the matter of the trial, which will not be held against you should you wish to reside in the grounds of Sprinifera's more commonplace populace.
Honestly, it might be safer to stay. They got people everywhere.
If you do wish to reside within the palace, I can arrange for rooms within my own wing, so that way you are not underneath any sort of higher risk.
I think that'd be best. Just, we're not going anywhere close to the action.
And are you and are you staying out of sight? You're supposed to be dead.
I'm not supposed to be dead by anyone's wishes besides Gallifort. Last I knew, he was
Right.
not any sort of reigning figure, much as his aspirations wish otherwise.
As long as you're alive, then his uncle is at risk, right?
Not quite. As I've been made aware of the situation, there are certain measures that can be taken. Dalafor likes to talk, but he is just a boy.
All right. Well, we're putting his uncle's life in your hands.
Don't fuck this up.
Please.
Would you be requiring 3 rooms separately, or would you like to have a more communal style of arrangements?
Should we stick together?
And that might be wisest.
I agree.
And Stradala will just nod as this sort of walk and talk happens, and then she opens up a room, and you see this office space, but it's larger, and it also has more militaristic aspects that are sort of sprinkled in: a command table, maps, even a chessboard is set up. And she goes over to one area and will pluck 3 items similar in what they are, and as she presents them to you, you see that they are badges that carry a variation of the House Nightwing crest.
I see.
It is a place that is filled with my touch.
Oh, I see that.
These will mark you as figures under my watch and of my interest. Those that see it would normally respect it under circumstances, but it seems that there have been moves made against me. Any who would act against you, you would know, are not loyal to the House Nightwing, but rather to Dalfor himself.
Understood.
I will make my way to Lanifray at once. I have reports to make. One of the staff members will reach to you when your room is ready.
That sounds good.
As Stradala leaves, and you have now the crests that tie you to her interests. All that's left to do, really, is wait. But if there are other things you'd like to do to fill that waiting time, what would it be?
I mean, we can't really get too involved with anything. If we step out, that's going to put our necks on a silver platter. So,
Yeah, I'm not really interested in doing anything but getting this done.
Not just our necks either.
yeah, exactly.
Now, you could just, take a promenade around the palace, get a bearing, sense of where you're at. Like, this time filling doesn't have to be getting out to Sprinifera and doing anything too crazy.
Yeah. I guess we could take a quick stroll around the castle, see what's going on.
Okay.
Sure. That's fine.
As you move about the castle, there are people here, not just staff and guards, but other courtiers and nobles. And as you are moving through, there is a few interactions that you see, conversations that happen. Go ahead and roll for me a perception check here, everybody. Avi and Bracken, the two of you would hear some small gossip being shared about what seems to be your group, about your return, and that it might herald some sort of scandal as you were seen being escorted by the Regent Stradala.
No, it looks like word's already spreading. That's not a good thing.
Well, I mean, there's not much we can do about that. People talk.
Yeah. I don't like sitting here waiting for things to happen. If this is already in motion, is the issue.
It'd be about this point that a palace staff member approaches, wings sort of fluttering nervously behind them. Your room has been readied.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, go ahead, roll an insight check here.
Why is she so nervous?
Why is she so nervous? So you don't see any sort of signs of misdirection or deceit in her form. But there is a sort of uncertainty, leading you to think that perhaps she is a recent hire, and this is perhaps the first instance of like high security handling of a situation that is being that on her shoulders.
It's jitters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, following you.
So as she leads you, Avi, a voice comes to your head, a mental message. And It's the familiar voice of Ron. Avi, please. I understand that it's difficult to reach you across the realms. I need to know you are okay.
Yeah, I'm alright. We're in Valdefera again. But I think we're safe for now. It's good to hear from you.
I am so relieved and joyed to hear you are well. I guess my worries were very little, if you are safe.
But what had you worried in the first place?
My arcane reserve will not facilitate a full conversation on this topic. We'll speak more when you return. But Andrakar messaged me.
Okay. I'll wrap this up soon, hopefully.
As you say that, her voice does not return to you afterwards.
I'll wait until we're alone to say anything.
Yeah, the, nervous fairy, she leads you to your rooms, which are in part of the guest wing past the office that you had entered with Stradala. It seems to have been perhaps a set of rooms that would normally be catered to a visiting family, but have been rearranged to suit your needs. And for your time here, these will be your rooms. There are drawstrings to call for staff if you need anything.
Well, thanks lots. I think we can take it from here.
With a nod and another nervous flutter of wings, the fairy will flutter off.
Shut the door.
Bracken will do so. Everything all right?
I was talking to Ron.
Oh, lucky.
I know. Anyway, Drock messaged her.
Cecil gives a full on, what?
I know.
That guy?
I know.
He's still running around?
Apparently, we didn't hurt him or anything. So, and he said he'd come back for her. So, now I'm like super worried.
Did she make it sound like she was in danger?
She made it sound like I might be in danger, and that's why she messaged me.
That you might be in danger.
Um,
Well, that's not good.
I think she might be safe where she is, but we're just out in the world.
Well, we seem kind of safe here. I mean,
And also, the key word
know.
there is we're out here. It's, I don't know if you noticed, but we've been kicking some ass lately.
Yeah,
You got your back.
I'm just worried about her.
We'll get a nice little bow put on this and make moves to get back to everybody. I know we all miss everybody, so. Especially how much Cecil misses our little goblin squire.
Oh, my
Hmm.
boy.
Are they still back in? They still back at the mummy wrap place?
The mummy wrap place?
The place where there's mummy wraps?
No.
Oh,
Wildewitch
Build a
doesn't have
yeah.
mummy's wraps.
not yet.
Velda Mummy's wraps.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember now.
I
You don't think Cadrip's like stuck in a bottle or anything, right?
wasn't even thinking about Kedra.
He's not. He's not.
I
Of
know
course
I
they would have
missed-
told us.
I'm worried about him.
Just think how big and strong he's gonna be when we get back.
He's gonna be like 8 feet tall.
That doesn't fix the fact that I miss him lots. My poor boy.
Maybe there's some clothes from here we could bring him.
Get him new fancy clothes.
I mean, I feel like these fairies are about the same size as him.
I'm gonna get him
Maybe
new
a big
fancy clothes.
fairy.
You want to do a sailor's uniform or something with a lot of ruffled collars?
He really does like the ruffles.
You know, I bet Bracken and Cadrip could share clothes.
Do you remember we got him the swishy outfit? Oh, he loves that.
Look.
It's so loud. Not me though. I'm too tall. Not my clothes.
You're right. You're just way too tall.
That's right.
Full jump cut to Wildewitch and Cadrip trying on all of Cecil's clothes.
So big.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, no. As you guys are talking about this, there is a knock at your door.
I think it's for you, Bracken.
All right, Bracken will make a move and go to answer that door that's apparently for him.
Opening the door, you you see a figure.
Hmm.
He's a very tall and slender fairy with very sharp dark eyes and dark hair, dressed in courtly attire, and has with him a small gift basket. I do understand that word gets around quite quickly, and that you all are set for a meeting with the Queen.
It would seem so.
Who the fuck are you?
I am.
That was my next question.
I
got you,
Count
Brack.
Lerendar.
Why does that name sound familiar?
I don't know. I've got a lot of L names out there.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, I know this guy's name hasn't come up yet.
Okay, cool.
Are you a gay
Just
ghost
checking.
paladin?
That's more
Lorthond-
we're closer to Lorthandrel.
No, I'm sorry. That's Lorisandrel.
Yeah,
Lorthandrel is the guy.
yeah. Lorthandrel is the Lich, and then Lorisandrel is the gay ghost paladin.
And who's this guy?
Lyrandar,
Oh, of course.
Oh man.
or Lyrandar, if
This
you
guy.
No,
want
that one was the sexy cat.
I hate
So-
it here. No, the sexy cat has a name, and we figured it out. It was Horace.
It's lemon drop.
It is. The name was never canonical because you never found out anything. I'm pretty sure I just had fantasy name generator pulled up.
You told us it was Horace.
So,
Doesn't matter. He's dead.
yeah, you guys killed him. No, so, Lerendar, as he introduces himself, presents the, gift basket towards you. I'm just here to present myself as a potential ally or advisor in such courtly manners and conversations. I have been part of Queen Manafrey's court for quite some time. A few decades, to be sure, so there is experience there that would be beneficial to you and yours.
Do you know where his uncle is?
Yes, kept within the dungeons.
Is there a way to
Noted.
check up on him that you could assist with?
I could perhaps act as a guide of some sort, so allow you a visit with your uncle.
Hmm.
Be a decent start.
It would be. Are you easily reachable if we need you?
Perhaps not so easily reachable, but if you search for me, I've my ear to certain circles, and sure that I could find you.
I'm sure you could. Well, you know what? We'll let you find us there.
Do think upon my offer and
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the gift basket.
Thanks so much.
And he will, with a nod, make a polite departure.
What exactly is in this gift basket?
Yeah, close the door. Don't eat none of that.
He's talking about certain circles. Seem more like a square to me, am I right?
There's primarily wine in the gift basket, but also there are a looks to be collection of crackers and jams, little spreads.
Hmm. Does it look like the wine bottles have been tampered with at all?
Roll a investigation check.
I'd love to.
I don't trust
That's
none
a
of this.
26.
A 26. No, it does not look like they've been tampered with.
Are the jam jars sealed? Like, can I push down on the top? Is it fresh?
Does it go?
does seem to be a fresh jam. Now, the crackers are in a hand-rolled wrap, so, but, everything that's sealed is sealed.
I don't trust
I-
none of
I genuinely feel like throwing this out of a window.
I would agree with that.
Your rooms do have plenty of windows.
Check it.
It's gone. Basket and all.
Oh, but that was a nice basket.
Here's a
that
little
might be the worst
ribbon
part,
that falls down with it.
It was so pretty.
and it explodes.
No, but there is a crash of the different glass bottles hitting the ground.
Oh well.
I'm sure they'll understand. We're a little on edge, and we don't like accepting gifts from strangers.
I
even
just
if they
don't-
say they're with us.
I just don't want to be poisoned. That's all.
I
you
don't
know,
want people listening to us.
That's true. That too. The only thing that I'm worried about is, Dalafor told you to kill the lady who's helping us, and he's here in the same palace, and he's got a
Yeah.
bunch of people on his side that could easily infiltrate the other side and get us.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to deal with any of that.
It's a whole web of lies situation, and I'm not.
It
here
really
for it.
is. It's a tangled web, and
How do all these high society types do this? See, so
I don't know.
how do you people handle this?
Ours was less like a monarchy and more like an oligarchy, which might be more complicated in some ways.
Yeah, those
but
are
we
two
were all
big
pretty
words I don't
chill
really
about it.
know.
So instead of having one person in charge like a queen, we had like 12 people in charge.
Oh, that sucks.
And they kind of all shared, they all shared the responsibility, and everybody had an equal say, and they kind of all represented different, like you had someone that represented like the people that took care of the berry fields, and the artisans and the merchants, and like they all elected their own people. It in a way it's more complicated, but it's all kind of annoying.
Yeah, that sounds lame and boring, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
That's why Cecil got guard duty.
Cecil had a very honorable position.
And you did such a good job.
He was lead
Most of the
commissar.
time.
So, anyone who's looking out over where the basket kind of crashed would notice a small creature begin to lap up some of the wine.
Yeah.
It was there when we got here.
It was like that. But yeah, it is not terribly long after that. Maybe half an hour or so after you've been settled in your room that another knock comes to the door.
I'll get it.
This one is a member of the palace staff with a note, and it gives a summons to the hearing room with the Queen and Regent Stradala, and a time to meet.
Is it soon, like today, or is it?
It would be today, just in like a few hours.
Okay. I'll share that.
Okay.
So, you have some time to perhaps prepare what you will say to the Queen or how you might present yourselves, but you have been given a summons. If you want to do anything that time before.
Yeah, would I have time to go out and find fancy clothes for Kedrick?
Yes, I'd say you'd have enough time to do that.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna go shopping real quick. I'll be back.
I need to go get fancy clothes. Leaves out who they need to be for.
I need to go get pretty clothes.
Okay. I'll say roll for me a investigation check.
That's a natural one.
So it's cutting it close to your time limit here,
Mm-hmm.
but you do find fancy.
Panicking a bit.
Avi said she'd be back.
They got her. They got her.
So, but Avi, you would be able to find fancy clothes, and I'd say that for fancy clothes like this, since you're not, I'm assuming you're not ordering any sort of custom work or anything like that.
No, just, pre-built fancy clothes.
Fancy clothes.
Pre-built pantry. I need the floor model.
Yeah,
And some Oshkosh bagosh.
yeah. They'd be about 25 gold pieces for a full set.
All right, I'll get him one set.
Are you getting the sailor outfit, or are you getting the...
I'm getting him fancy clothes.
So like, with just enough time for you to put down your purchase and then start making your way to the courtroom is when Avi gets back.
Hi.
Where have you been?
I told you I went to go buy pretty clothes.
You have us so worried right now.
Okay, you know what? A lot of these signs are in Sylvan, and I can't read.
Nice.
It took me a while to find the shop, but I
Hey, you know
got
what?
there. I got there, and the most important thing is my boy's gonna be real happy when we get back.
They weren't
And-
even for
and-
you. I thought you were getting dressed up for court.
Any kind of money or pushback is the look on his face. It's gonna be worth it.
And another,
Are
I
you
can't
ready?
Read Sylvan. I can't read
Are
Sylvan
you ready?
either. And I got here on time.
Are you ready?
Are you?
Yes, of course I'm ready. Let's go. We don't have time for this. We have a meeting to get to.
We don't have time for this.
We have a meeting to get to. Let's go. Cecil, don't look at me like that. Take your hands off
I'm
your
looking
hips.
at both of you. No, my hands aren't on my hips. This isn't about me. Just everybody calm down.
I'm fine.
You are yelling in a courtroom.
You're being
You're not even at the courtroom yet.
You are being absolutely ridiculous.
Objection!
We gotta go.
Objection!
You can't object me.
I believe we're in court, so I
Who
can't.
washes your clothes?
Sustained. I don't know what that means.
Everybody's just falling apart. Kangaroo court. Kangaroo court.
And it's about this time that you actually approach the closed doors of the courtroom to open them and enter in.
Not having kangaroo court.
So,
I'll have you know that Bracken is well versed in bird law.
Yeah, I'm sure.
what is bird law, Bracken?
You know. It's law referring to avian and avian-like creatures that all coexist under one banner of law for them.
I feel like this is something that appears in Hitopeful Boyfriend.
I'm just gonna open the door.
It's an Always Sunny reference, actually.
Yeah. So, yeah, Avi, you can open the door, and yeah, there is a small collection of courtiers here. One you do recognize as Lavendar. He is present. And seated at the throne is the Queen Lanifrey, and standing just beside her, Regent Stradala. And you are welcomed forward into the center of the room. Queen Manifred looks to you. It has been told to me that you weigh heavy accusations against one of my own. I would like to hear these accusations and testimonies within your own words. And before you guys speak, I'm going to ask for, firstly, Max to let my hand go.
Get
You're
it,
done,
Max.
Max.
I'm going to ask for a charisma saving throw from everybody. You can choose to fail this if you wish.
Cecil will choose to fail.
Okay. So. Whenever any of you would like to give your recounting of information, you can do so.
Avi will step forward first just to get herself out of the way because she has I feel the least amount of understanding of the situation. So she'll step up. From my perspective, what has been told to me, Bracken was approached. It's unsure whether he was approached by Dalafor himself or someone working for him. But he was asked to kill Stradala while we were in Darkholm amidst all of the confusion and things happening there. For why, I don't know. But you know that's really all I know about it.
Avi, with your passive insight,
Mm.
the Queen's face doesn't give away much. But for the briefest moment when you mention the directive, the order to kill Stradala, her eyes become fiery and hardened like steel. For just the briefest moment.
Avi will give a little bow and step back.
And then Queen Lanafray looks between Cecil and Bracken.
Bracken will step up. If it pleases the court, I will give my testimony onto the situation. I was told either by I believe it was by a message by Dalafor, if I remember correctly, to kill the regent, and that would exacerbate the freedom of my uncle. He has been holding a man in prison for life, with penalty of execution further if I do not cooperate with what he's asking me to do.
And as she looks to you, And why is your uncle being held?
For previous issues that happened, irrelevant and separate to this case. For full context, it was because I punched Alifor and he wanted to be executed. My uncle took his spot, or took my spot, and is instead serving life in prison.
And she just gives, like, the barest nod. And then her eyes fall on Cecil.
Yeah, so we were helping out. Well, we were on assignment from Dalafor to Darkholm. We had been pointed towards an agent there named Thalen, that there was some coordination going on. Then we got the order to take out your partner here, which we didn't do, and we actually ended up neutralizing Thalen, who was ultimately going to betray all the efforts here. We found evidence of that, and he is on trial back in Darkholm.
As you say that, a voice from the courtiers collected, he speaks truly, milady.
Oh, my lady.
And there's a nod.
Cecil will just like nod towards wherever that voice come from. Yeah, see?
They know.
So, as you each make your...
Cecil hit one of these.
So, background situation. As you each give your testimonies here, and the queen listens to what you say. Well, this is quite eye-opening, what you have presented here. And if one of yours is speaking true, lends credence to all of you doing so. There were things that need to be discussed and thought about. I will call upon you again once my thoughts have been settled and one's actions will need to be taken, or have already done so. This court is dismissed. So, different nobles begin to sort of filter out the courtroom, though Stradala and two others would remain close to the queen. Bracken, you would know that the two figures would be, aside from Stradala, would be Lord Verthin, who is Lanafrey's half-brother, and then the Marquess Alindre, who is Verithin's daughter.
Veritable who's who in this room.
Yeah, those are the, besides Stradala, who stay behind as people begin to filter out after the dismissal.
Understood.
Was the Count Lyrandar present?
Not in the final statements, no. He seemed to...
But he was there before that.
He was there while you guys were giving your testimonies, but not before, but not for the dismissal.
Hey, that guy that stopped by, he stepped out before things wrapped up.
I know.
Yeah.
I was just about to say something.
Oh, snap.
Oh, we gotta go get him, right?
Was trying to wait until we, were in a bit less of a conspicuous place, but
I mean, if you want to go try and find Arendar.
what do we want to do? Do we really want to make waves within the palace right now?
I just no, I don't want to do that, but I want to make sure things are going to be handled well and right.
Doesn't it feel kind of weird that he snuck out though?
It does.
What if I sent a message to Stradala?
Yeah, that could work.
Oh.
Yeah. Are we somewhere away from ears?
I'd imagine so. You could have
Okay.
kind of followed the crowd out, and so...
Got it. I will cast sending to Stradala. Just so you're aware, Lyrandar left before everyone was dismissed.
Would be problematic. He is... well, perhaps not loyal to Dalafor. Could very much benefit from his ambitions.
I knew we were right about that, Brad.
Yeah.
He's a thinker.
She said that he's not loyal, but he's someone who could benefit from, whatever he wants. If we want to go find him, I mean, I have no problem with it, but
Do you
What
think
if we
he's
just let
telling
things?
Dalafor?
I think so, but what if we let things play and we set up, because we know he's going to be desperate at this point because things are not looking good for him. So if we make efforts to hinder him from causing trouble rather than reacting to people delivering information to him, because they very likely might, and that's, something that's just going to happen. There's no way. He's got eyes and ears all over the city. So, as much as I like reading things head on, I don't think that this is one instance where that's going to be the best. And that's maturity.
Avi,
Hmm.
could you roll me an insight check here real quick?
The 21.
You recall in the testimony the Queen's brief slip when her eyes sort of gave her true emotions. And if you, an outsider, were able to capture that, Dalafor probably knows it quite intimately.
Hmm.
There may be the chance that Dalafor, in receiving information that this is out in the know, may be upping his fortifications.
Got it. I think we have to move on this now.
All right, let's get it done.
Is there anything we can do to make sure that Bracken's uncle's safe and secure?
I don't know.
I'm
I
worried
don't know.
about.
Well, they said he was in the dungeons.
Yeah.
Didn't that lady say? No, that guy said you might be able to see him. Crap. Yeah, I mean, if
Let's go.
Dalafor's, yeah, if he's getting ready for something, the longer we wait, the bigger the problem.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'll say investigation. Try and get on this trail here. An effort is put in.
Thanks.
As you're moving through the palace, trying to figure out what is getting to Dalafor and from where, Bobby, with a 14, you would spot the separation of two figures, each heading in different directions. Walking further away from you is Count Lerendor. You can see his back. Moving towards you is the familiar face of Lysari. She's moving with a purpose.
Who's that?
She was the dark-winged fairy that was...
The one that showed us to our room?
No. Lysari was back in Wintervale when you first encountered Tegwin.
Oh, okay. Got it.
one of the people that tried to kill Bracken early on.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. That's
No.
a long time ago.
Yeah, no, it's been a while, but you know, it's that spark of I've seen you before, as she's fluttering closer in your direction.
Oh, great. Hey, don't I know you?
No.
As soon as you draw attention, she looks, and with your passive insight, Avi, you can see the brief moment of fight or flight here, but not quite in a fear-driven. It's the adrenaline. She has been given orders, and trying to decide what the best way to accomplish that would be.
Cool. Could I? I don't know if that's smart. Yeah, why not? Can I get a con save?
Yeah, for sure. Alright, how do you feel about a 19?
I feel like that's a pass, so she is not blind. But she's just a little fairy, right?
I mean, I wouldn't say she's little. She's taller than Bracken.
Is she taller than Cecil?
Yes.
Shit.
And she flies, so she, like, really kind of, like, above Cecil. But after that, she sort of grits her teeth, and she chooses flight. She is running, almost past your group, as she flies by.
Like eye level, or has she gone above us?
She's going eye level. She's just trying to get away quickly.
Okay, yeah, I'm like trying to clothesline her.
Damn.
Okay, I'm gonna ask an athletics for this just to see if you get it off quick enough.
Goodness. 17.
Yeah. Your arm, like, you see it come out, and very quickly your arm goes out, and I'm gonna ask for initiatives to be rolled.
Quick, she's getting. Oh, shit!
Essentially.
Oh, Cecil's not ready for this.
I wasn't either.
The fighting spirit.
Alrighty. Alrighty. So. Bracken, Lysari, Cecil, Avi. So, Bracken, as Lysari's there, drawing a blade, shaking off the clothesline. What do
Oh,
you
no,
want-
no, no. We're going to go for a grapple.
Okay.
We're
So
just going to go and tackle.
she's got to make a roll here. What is your so it's no longer the
right,
athletics
right,
thing.
right.
What is your DC?
I'm trying to find it.
It'll be 8 plus strength plus proficiency bonus.
Okay, so 8 plus strength is...
Strength mod.
8 plus 4 is math, 12 plus proficiency bonus is math, 17.
She gets a 19, so she avoids your grapple.
Okay. Is that an action or a bonus action to grapple?
I believe it is just one of your unarmed strikes, so...
Oh, I'll make another.
Okay.
Because I get 2 of those per round.
That is 18.
Come on, really? All right.
Yeah, she is very dexterous. She can make...
Those count as not hitting then, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Well, that'll be that.
Alright. Then Lysari, is going to attempt to slash out at you with her dagger. The first one is a 23 to hit you, Bracken.
Will hit.
For...
I'm gonna deflect that, actually.
Okay. So that's 16 slashing and then 6 poison. Not that I think poison.
Poison? Oh, poison. I'll deflect 16 of that damage.
Alright.
And so how much is left?
So 6.
6.
And then her
Take 6.
second attack is a 17 to hit you, Bracken.
Meets it.
For 7 slashing and 5 poison.
So 12.
Yep, and her last attack is a natural 1, so don't worry too much about that.
Excellent.
And that is it for Lysari. Cecil, it is your turn.
What's happening?
A lot, apparently.
A fight.
That's a legitimate question. Okay,
She's a bad guy.
Cecil's gonna run up. Cecil wants to punch her in the face.
Go for it.
I got a natural 20.
Yeah. Yeah, that hits.
I guess that's 12 damage.
That'll be 12 damage.
And then he'll swing around with his warhammer. For a 20.
That's another hit.
And then back around.
Okay. Pretty good. Anything else from
Okay.
Cecil?
I want to be standing within 5 feet of Bracken.
Okay. Avi, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna not melee at all, am I?
Yeah, you hit her with the clothesliner. You're like right next to her.
Yeah, I did. You know what? We'll chance it, and I'll back up, back 20 feet, maybe 10 feet.
She's gonna save her reaction here.
Okay, great. And we'll try and hit her with the sorcerer's burst. Oh, which is a 26 to hit
Yep.
for 10 psychic.
All right. Okay.
And we'll get a bardic to Bracken.
Thank you.
And we come to Bracken's turn. What would you like to do, Bracken?
We are gonna go for some punches because clearly the whole grapple them thing isn't working too good. So we're gonna go for 1, 2, and we'll flurry of blows it. So 3, 4. We'll add superiority dice to the last 2, going for a trip attack. The lowest is a 17 to hit, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, all of them hit.
Okay, good. So
Oh.
1, 2. 1's a crit, right?
Yes.
Or you handle that,
Yeah.
or you just add max plus.
Yep.
3, 4. All right. And the DC for the trip is 18. Strength. Yeah. Thank you, please.
All right. Sorry doesn't like that, so she's gonna use her reaction here to.
That's too damn bad.
Gonna use her reaction here to twist her fate. And
That sounds made up.
well, we're playing a game using your imagination. All of this is made up.
Well,
So with her twisting of the fate, she will succeed on the first attempt of a trip attack. But you did put on another one. Which she fails because she can't twist her fate twice. So, Lysari is prone. And she will, as it comes to her turn, stand up. And then what does she want to do? Do. I think she wants to do this. Come on. Alright, so, yeah, she is going to flutter her wings behind her and begin to cast a spell. I need a wisdom saving throw from everybody. Alrighty. Cecil, that is a success. Bracken, Avi, unfortunately, that is a failure. You drop whatever you are holding in your hand, and you have the frightened condition. While you are frightened in this way, you must take the dash action and move as far away from Lysari on your turns, unless there's nowhere else to move. And you can remake this save at the end of your turns.
Wonderful.
You said I passed, right?
Yes, Cecil passed.
Thank you.
So, that is it for Lysari's turn. And then, Cecil, it is your go.
I will attack 3 times.
Okay.
This person is mean.
She is. Alright, so...
Is a 13 hit?
A 13 does not hit, but she does lose concentration on the first attack by rolling a natural 1, so the fear effect is gone. It's no longer frightened, but you will have to pick up anything that was in your hands.
A natural 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Kerblammo.
Alright, so. And with that, Lysari's form will crumple to the ground.
I got him.
Hey, great work. That other guy went that way.
I guess we should follow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you run off to try and find Larendar, I'm gonna say let's take a quick break here. About 5-ish minutes, and then we'll come back.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right.
Bada bing, bada bam. So, you are running after to try and catch the Count Lerdo. I'm going to ask for either survival or investigation checks here. What makes?
25.
Hell yeah.
14.
You had one job, Bracken, and you couldn't even get there.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's alright. You're all able to sort of follow with Avi and Cecil leading the effort here, running quickly after and remembering the direction of which was taken, and catching signs of travel. And when you are getting closer, there is a bend, and you are very much coming onto the familiar areas of Dalafor's wing of the palace. Go ahead and roll for me perception checks here, based on hearing. Avi and Cecil, you'd be the ones to hear the back half of the conversation, and it's Count Leondor that you hear speaking. Has already been sent, but you must get Dalafor out of here quickly. Get what is necessary and leave. Any sort of malactors arrive. You hear that coming from around a corner.
Interesting.
Can I get down real low and peek around the corner? See
Uh,
who he's talking to.
give me a stealth roll here real quick.
Okay. 19.
As you crouch and kind of peek around, you can see that Leondar is speaking to a armored figure. Doo-doo-doo-doo. You would notice beneath the obsidian armor this bark-like skin, very similar to what you've seen on Lefriga, and these bright green eyes. And you've seen this figure before. When speaking with Dalafor, he was one of the guards that was in the area.
Kind of crawl back and stand up. He's talking to that one guard guy.
What do you think we should do?
I think we should jump
Probably.
him.
Yeah, let's just take terror.
Can we sneak up on him? Do we even
It's
need to?
an open hallway, so probably
Yes.
not fully sneaking out. Maybe enough to give you an advantage over them, but they would see you.
we just like rush him?
Well,
Let's rush him.
okay.
All right.
All right, so seems like you guys are just heading in.
Uh-huh.
Booking it.
Okay. Then I will ask for initiatives.
Two for two.
That's what I was expecting when I heard that sigh.
Yeah, too bad for me.
Did you take a level in Paladin or what's up?
No. Dan's just always with me.
Do we lose faith?
No. I was getting notes down. Sorry.
Mm. A likely story.
All right, so our guard is going to go first. And then it will be Bracken. Then Larendor. Cecil. Avi. And as our guard gets to go first, he is going to, as you all run for, use his action to disengage and begins to run in the direction of further into this wing of Dalafor's. Meaning, Bracken, it's your turn. What do you want to do? Lyrindar is
Sorry.
the closest. The guard is running. He used his
Well, I'm
action.
going
to
after the one that's running.
Okay.
How far away is he?
Close enough for you to get to with your monk speed.
Excellent. I will just book it to him, and we're gonna go for punches with trip attacks. One,
Okay.
2. Trip attacks. 16 to hit.
16 misses.
16 misses. Okay, so the first one will hit at least. So 1 extra damage. 18 strength save.
He gets a 25.
Jesus. Okay. We will flurry of blows on that.
Don't forget to roll actual damage as well.
Yes, I will. Okay, cool. Forget the flurry of blows because that's not going to do anything. And I will, Oh, wait, I just bonus action. Never mind. Cool. Alright. 1, 2 for tracking's sake. And we're good.
Alright, it is going to then be Lyrindor's turn, and is... Does he want to do this? You know what? Yeah. He does want to do this. Bracken, can you make for me an intelligence saving throw?
Rude.
19, very good. So you'll only take half damage then.
Okay.
No other nasty side effects will happen. Alright, ooh, that is a pretty good roll on that. So that would have been 67 points of psychic damage, but you do take half.
What the fuck?
Go big or go home. So 33.
33?
33, yeah.
Or 34, right?
No, round down.
67? Oh, okay.
So that is, Lyrandar's turn as he sort of,
the
begins
hell?
to back away, from the approaching figures. Cecil, it's your turn.
So how far down this hallway did Bracken go?
About 35 feet. That's the speed of our guard, so.
Then I'll run 30 feet after them,
Okay.
and then I will whisper a little holy word at him.
And con save on that, yeah? Oh no, it's a
No,
team
it's
hit.
an attack roll. It's a
Okay.
13.
That's gonna miss.
Wrong word. Damn it.
Alright, anything else?
No.
Alright, Avi, it's your turn.
Yeah. Alright. Let's run after him.
Okay.
We'll get up by Cecil. And do I have sight on either one of our targets, or is this like a
You can see
real
both
tight
of them.
hallway? Okay. Let's see. It's a bonus action. I'm gonna use my innate sorcery. And then we're gonna throw a sorcerer's burst at whoever's further away.
That would be Lyrandar for
Yeah.
you because you ran past him to get towards the dark.
That's fine. It's a natural 20.
Yeah.
So 3, 9, 16, 16 plus, you know,
24.
it's 3d8. Yeah, you do it.
The 16.
40?
You do the math.
Yeah, 40.
See, I can do it. I just needed the numbers.
Yeah. Alright, anything else from Avi? Alright.
That's my turn.
Our guard is going to... Bracken, can you make for me a charisma saving throw?
Stop. Cut it out. 15.
Unfortunately, 15 is not enough.
You still have your bardic?
You do still have a bardic.
Oh, I'll burn that. Is that a D8 or a D10?
D8.
So with that, that's dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20 is enough. So as the guard reaches up to a jewel on the breastplate, it begins to glow and shoots out at you, Bracken. You feel for a moment a sort of displacement around you, but you're able to resist it, and guard's eyes widen. That was his action. He's still going to try and run, but this will provoke an attack of opportunity if you want to use your
I'll punch
reaction.
him.
Okay.
$27. We're gonna add a trip attack on that as well.
Yeah.
For 18. So that was save.
Alright. That is a 27 on his strength.
Jesus, what is this guy?
A captain of the guard! He's
Stop it!
got high strength. I don't know what to tell you.
Stop it!
Alright. And then that comes to Bracken, your turn.
We're gonna try to grapple him because I mean something's got to get through. DC 17. Or wait, can I use deck?
No, you have to use strength on the to grapple.
Okay. Okay.
That
17.
is a 23 on his save.
And another one, please.
20.
And a bonus action. Just one.
18. They're
We're
getting
gonna stick
lower.
this guy like glue.
They're getting lower.
We're gonna stick to him like glue.
Alright. And with that, it is going to be Leondar's turn. And well, he can't get Bracken in this. He will be able to get Cecil and Avi. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from the two of you?
12.
17.
Alright, so Avi will succeed, and you will take half
No
damage.
damage.
No damage?
Yeah, no damage.
I don't think you've got that feat.
But I said so.
Because you're being mean.
It's almost like these people are reacting in a situation. On a failed save, you're looking at 40 points of thunder damage as a shatter releases here.
Yeah, okay.
And so, Avi, you take half of that. And that rings out through the palace. So, there's a knowledge that something's going on here now.
It's on the way, Daddy.
Owie.
And with that, it is Cecil's turn.
Did they keep running?
Yeah, the guard ran.
Is there a spot where I can get into melee range with each of them?
No, they're two
Within
different.
6 feet?
No, because Leondar stayed back. He hasn't
Oh,
moved at
okay.
all. Only the guard has run.
How far away is the guard?
From you, about 40 feet now.
When you liked it.
I'm gonna run 30 feet after that guy,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do another holy word.
You got like a net?
I don't have a net.
Hey, come on.
27
27
You're
will
the
hit.
net guy.
for 11 radiant damage, but is this an undead fiend or a fae?
Yes, he is Fey.
Then its speed is reduced by 10 feet and it cannot take reactions until the end of its next turn.
Can't take reactions, huh?
No reactions and he's slower.
Okay. Okay. Screw it. He's gonna take a legendary action.
What the?
Nuh-uh.
Yep. And, that is going to be, he makes a slash outwards towards Bracken.
This is not the guard, right?
This is the guard. Because that's who you
Okay,
attacked.
Bracken's up here too.
Yeah, Bracken's running after the guard.
Okay.
Um,
We both just left the other guy.
yeah. Obviously the
Alright, hell
closest
yeah.
one to Learndar.
Perfect.
That's a natural 20.
Stop.
And that'll be 27 slashing damage and
Me? Or...
yeah, because you were the closer one.
Well, we're gonna reaction that to get that damage down.
Well, there's still more damage to this.
That's cool. I'm still gonna take
yeah.
19 less of it.
So that was 27 of slashing, and then this is an extra 13 radiant.
So add that all up for me.
40.
40 minus 20 plus 1, 21 damage.
Yep.
Math.
And so that will also require you to make me a strength save.
Those are good. 15.
15 is just under what you need. And you are pushed back 10 feet.
Okay.
And then it is Avi's turn.
So I'm ahead of.
You're ahead of Lyrand. So, okay. In the hallway, it was you guys, Lyrandor, guard. Guard ran. You guys followed after the guard. Lyrandor has not moved. So, Cecil and Bracken
Cecil and Bracken have run off,
are running ahead of you down this hallway after the guard.
and I'm just here.
And so now you're 30 feet back behind them. Because you ran up 30 that first.
Alright, let's take care of this dweeb. Tried to poison us earlier.
Yeah, go for it.
We'll hit him with another sorcerer's burst. That's a 23. For 13 psychic.
Oh, yeah.
And let's see. Is that a bonus action? Where is he? I'm sorry. I
No,
should.
you're good.
Yeah, we're gonna summon Arcturus just cause. And we'll sick him on him.
Dick.
Sick. So it's a. Let me go look at it again. Okay, I have it here. So it is a +5 to attack. That's what I'm looking for. I think it's a 9.
Unfortunately, a 9 is not enough to hit.
That's fine. He's here.
He's here, though.
Yeah, spook him at least.
Anything else from Avi? I believe that'll be it.
That's it.
It is the guard's turn, who is going to run. He can only make it 25 feet away, because he's slowed. And screw it, he'll dash, uses his action, gets another 25 feet in there, putting him 55 feet away from Bracken and a little over that for Cecil. And Bracken, it's your turn.
We're gonna run after him, and we are going to make 2 attacks with thrown daggers.
Okay.
22 to hit.
A 22 will hit.
Awesome. For 7 damage. He's not getting away.
Alrighty. And anything else from Bracken? I do believe that that is it.
Yep.
It is going to be Larendar's turn, and yeah, he'll return fire at you, Avi, and first he'll start with Arcturus, try and shake the beast off of him. That is a 24 to hit Arcturus
Yeah.
for 12 points of psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll send 2 more of these strikes out towards you, Avi.
Right.
The first one is a 17
Yep.
for 17 psychic. And then a 19 to hit for 15 psychic.
Okay.
And that is it for him. Cecil, it's your turn.
So I got this dude like 60 feet away from me.
Yeah, he's about 60 feet from you.
I'm dashing. And I'm gonna action surge. And I'm
Okay,
smashing.
hell yeah.
I've had it up to here with this guy. That's 26.
Yeah.
Was it 21? Yeah, 20. And I'm gonna put my unwavering mark on this guy.
Okay. And with that, Avi, we come to your turn.
Hey, you know what? That really hurt. So we're gonna... I'm gonna upcast Dissonant Whispers
Ooh.
at
Heck
5th
yeah.
level. So I need a wisdom save of 19.
He fails with a 17.
Great. That is 26 psychic, and he's got to run away.
Yeah, he begins to run off.
But he is chased by Arcturus, of course. Who will bite? I rolled off a 19. But a 14 to hit.
Unfortunately, does not.
That's fine. He's just chasing him.
Alright.
Like, yeah, you better run.
Amazing. Alright, our guard, you can see in his face that he wants to continue getting out of here, but is going to instead hold his ground and will strike out with his blade at you, Cecil, since you're right there. The first attack is a 29 to hit,
Yes.
dealing 18 slashing and 5 radiant. A 28
Yes.
for 12 slashing and 6 radiant. And his last attack is a natural 1, so you're fine. And Bracken, it's your turn.
I'm gonna close the distance on this guard. And
Alright,
I'm gonna go for punches.
alright. You close that 55 feet, and let's see now.
In that case, it would be daggers, but same
Okay.
rolls.
Alright, same rolls are gonna hit.
I can't do. Can I do monk weapons for flurry of blows?
No. Flurry of Blows, I believe, is still only unarmed strikes.
Melee only? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, I know what I'll do next turn then. Guess I'll swap.
Okay. Leondar's turn. And yeah, he's just gonna do some more strikes here. That is a natural one on the attempt towards Arcturus, and then 2 more towards Avi. That is an 11, so that'll miss. And another 11. We got a lot of ones. And then Cecil, it's your turn.
I will second wind first. It's gonna be 19 healing. And then I'm attacking.
Alright, so one of your damages did not come through. What was the damage before the 30 rolled?
I got 2 14s.
Cool.
Yeah, it's 11, 14, 14.
Cool. Alright. And that is it for Cecil's turn. Avi, it is your go.
I still have sight on him.
You still have sight on Lanafray, yeah.
Great.
Or not
We're gonna-
Lanafray, Leandar.
Whatever his name is. We're gonna get yeah, well, let's hit him with the psychic lance. I need an intelligence save.
Oh boy, okay, cool. That is the 6.
That is 36 psychic damage.
Ooh, he's not looking good at all.
And then Arcturus is gonna try and bite again. This time getting a 15.
15 just misses.
He's, he's showing his teeth.
Yeah.
He's doing his best.
He's doing what he can here. And our guard is going to go. And ooh, he's not feeling hot here. He is going to take his weapon and slam it down into the ground, and this sort of burst of energy comes out from it. I need a wisdom saving throw from Bracken and from Cecil.
Wisdom?
Wisdom, yep.
I'm gonna use Indomitable.
Okay.
Christ. Okay.
It's better!
Fuck off.
Bracken, you succeed here. But, Cecil, for the next minute, you have the deafened condition and you cannot speak. That is it for...
I have that on an 18?
No, Cecil.
Oh,
Me.
Cecil. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, my bad, I misheard.
That selective hearing that anything bad happens, you assume it's you.
With how this fight going?
It is Bracken, your turn.
I'm gonna step of the wind to officially close distance.
Got it.
And then we are going to punch. 19?
A 19 will hit.
Beautiful. And I believe nope, I do not have one more. So I'm going to attempt to taunt this man. Can I get a wisdom saving throw, DC 15?
He gets an 18.
Alright, that'll be my turn.
Alright. With that, it is Leondar's turn, and, what does he want to do? He's just gonna do what he's been doing. He doesn't really have his big stuff anymore. 11 to try and hit Arcturus. A 15 to try and hit Avi.
Yep.
For 18 psychic.
I'm down.
Okay. And the second attack is a miss, so no need to worry there. And that is it.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. It is then Cecil, your turn.
How far away is Avi?
Oh wait, could I have tried a thing?
Sure. If it's the thing
Really
that I'm
quick.
thinking that you
My
can do.
strength of the grave.
Yes.
Yeah. How much? It was 18, right?
18.
So I don't even think I can make this DC. I might be able to. I have to get a natural 20. I might could. Okay, hold on. Let's try it. Yeah, I got it.
Heck yeah, look at that!
So I'm not down. I am at 1.
You're at 1 HP.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I was expecting it.
I just forgot I had it.
That's totally a-okay. Cecil, it is your turn.
How far is Avi?
You are 60, and that was after you moved, so she's about 90 feet from you.
Okay. I'm gonna attack this guy 3 more times.
Okay.
Shit. Okay, then I'm gonna use second wind again.
Alright.
Plus 11, 16.
And anything else?
And then I would like to move 30 feet back towards Avi, please.
Okay. He will not take a reaction here. So, you get by squeaky clean.
Oh, there's a thing I wanted to do. I have Tactical Master, and I can attack. When I attack with a weapon whose mastery I can use, I can replace the property with another one, and I'm going to replace it with Sap.
Okay.
So that guy is sapped. Now I'm now 30 feet from the guard and 60 feet from Avi.
Correct. And
Thank you.
Avi,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go 10 feet towards Cecil
Okay.
and use the staff and cast a Mass Cure Wounds.
Alrighty.
I don't know if that'll catch Bracken too. It's 60 feet.
It would not get Bracken.
I'm so sorry.
That's cool. I got options.
But it's 36.
Ooh.
And then Arcturus is gonna bat. I think that'll do it. That's a 24.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna hit.
And his damage is 2d6. So 12 piercing, and I need a strength saving throw.
Noble's notoriously good at that, but that's a good roll. That's a 15.
Yeah, he's fine. But that's my turn.
All right, our guard is going to go, and with Bracken up close and personal, he does not like that. And he's gonna take 3 attacks at Bracken.
Mm.
That first one, that's right. First one's gonna be a disadvantage, so you miss out on the nat 20. Brings it down to a 22. Which deals 19 slashing and 8 radiant.
That's 27, right?
27, yeah.
I'm down.
Okay. Then with that, he's not going to try and finish you off with his last 2 attacks, and just continues to run. Though it's more like limping at this point with how bad he's hurt. Bracken, we come to your turn. And I'm going to ask at the start of your turn for a death saving throw.
Come on, give me up. That's a positive though.
It is a win there. What was the last thought you had before going down?
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Uh-oh.
Alright. Lyrandar, also looking pretty bad, but sort of resolute here, is gonna continue what he's been doing. So that's all he really can do. That is a natural 20 against Arcturus. Or, well, that's a lot of 6s. 44 psychic.
Okay, Arcturus is gone.
That is a 12 to try and hit Avi. And a natural 1. Cecil, it's your turn.
Shit. I will run. Is Bracken 30 feet the other direction?
30
Or like
feet.
back the way I came?
Yeah, 30 feet back the way you came.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna run 30 feet back the way I came. I'll cast Cure Wounds on Bracken.
Okay.
He is 13 big one.
I'll take it. That gets me up.
Okay. Anything else from Cecil? That's
Um,
movement, action.
Oh, I wouldn't put a Fey Restoration into that, please.
You can do that for sure.
That do.
That's 5 more big one.
That's 5 big uns.
Alright. Then with that, Avi, it'll
That's
be
it.
your turn.
I hate to leave the doofus alone, but I don't want the other guy to get away either. If I were to move my full movement, would I be within 120 feet of the guard?
Yes.
Alright. Let's move towards the guard. 30 feet.
Okay.
And I'll cast Phantasmal Killer. At 5th level. I need a wisdom save.
That is a 20.
Okay. I think. Let me just read this. I don't think I've used this before. Okay, so he does take half damage. So 11. Psychic.
That's enough. The guard
Great.
crumbles.
Perfect.
Alright, with that, Bracken, you are prone, but you're alive.
I'll stand up.
Okay.
Who's left? Who's
Uh,
the other guy, right?
Leondor, who's like all the way down the other side of the hallway.
I'm gonna step the wind at him for 90 feet.
Alright, that'll get you 60
There, I
feet
hope.
from him.
Really? We covered that much ground. All right. And then I'll dash another 45.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, lies. I'm gonna dash as my main action, and then I'm going to let me see. I know it's in here. Second wind to heal up a bit.
Sounds good.
1d10 plus 4. 7 big ones.
Sounds.
Don't take my thing.
Alright, with that, it is going to be Lyrandar's turn. And. Well, Bracken's the only one that's close enough for this. So that'll be 3 attacks at Bracken. A 12, I believe, misses.
Yes.
A 25, I believe, will hit.
Yes.
For 15 psychic damage.
Okay.
And a 10 is another miss.
Yes.
Cecil! It's your turn.
The guy is 60 feet away.
60 feet away from Bracken, who just ran 90 feet.
To 60 feet away from me. Right?
No. Because you ran to Bracken, so you went back. The guard's dead.
Okay. Yeah. The other dude.
Yeah, so Leondor is 90 feet from... No. Would be 150 feet away.
Okay. I would like to run 30 feet towards him.
Okay, you're in 120 range.
Guiding bolt.
Go for it.
27.
That'll hit.
14 radiant damage.
He's barely hanging in there, but he is glowing.
He's glowing.
He's glowing.
I would like to use another second wind.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright. Avi,
Yeah,
it's your turn.
I'll run back my full movement
Okay.
and cast Psychic Lance at 7th level. So I need an intelligence save.
He fails with an 8.
Incredible. That's awful roll. 40 Psychic.
But he drops down.
Incredible.
So,
That's from my dog.
you are no longer bound to initiative. However, you do recall that that thunderous spell went off before. So there may be some other figures on the ray here.
We gotta get out of here.
This is a bad place.
Uh-huh.
We got a boogie.
No, we need to run. But there's time for dancing later.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
Alrighty. So, as you...
I wonder, are we, because we took out this guy, are we just trying to get back to out of this area?
That could be a plan.
Okay. We were just like outside of the hearing chamber. I know what it looks like.
Yeah.
I'll cast Shadow Portal on the wall and have the other side outside of the hearing chamber.
All right, yeah.
Go on,
Easily
scoot
done.
in. Let's go.
Cecil can't hear. He's trying to do his best as you
I'll
scoot him along.
kind of push him through.
Brackets moving.
You will
Can't
get
get out.
through the shadow portal and boom, closes behind you. And you would see like the tail end of guards moving from this area in the direction you were just at.
I say that's a job well done.
What?
Ma.
And it would be about this time that the minute wears off and Cecil you can hear again. That you could speak ahead of time, so it's like really garbled, but now you can speak and hear.
I think that we should just go back to our room for now.
Yeah, we've had a busy night.
Yeah, we handled what we needed to handle. It's time for a rest, I think.
Yeah, for sure. So, you make your way back to the guest wing that you've been given rooms within. And what would you like to do once you get back to your room?
Just gonna close the blinds and go to bed over here.
Don't want to check out the mini fridge or anything like that?
If
Yeah, you
touch
guys
anything,
hungry?
it gets expensive.
Are you guys hungry? We could call for some food to be sent up, or...
Yeah, why not?
Alright, I'll kind of tug on the thing.
Yeah, as you tug on the thing, a flower sort of blooms, and you hear a voice, what can we do for you?
We need food.
Certainly. Do you have any sort of specific meals in mind?
She'll kind of put her hand up. What do you guys want to eat?
I didn't think I'd get this far. I'm feeling a club.
Alright, we got a club.
Ask if they do honey mustard. Oh, and on white.
Do you do honey mustard?
Certainly.
Okay, put that on white.
I want honey
Cecil.
mustard and
Mixed.
dip.
Mixed nuts.
You said mixed nuts.
Ask if they got wings.
You got wings?
Certainly.
Let's bring up
I
just
don't-
a whole platter of wings.
All right.
All the kinds of different sauces you got.
Flats only.
Yeah, flats only. We'll pay extra.
All right. Any other order requests?
Y'all got
Nice.
Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, Dodie Pops. I'm coming down from the adrenaline and now I'm like really hungry.
I
They
do not,
had that Dr. Pepper the last place we were.
I do not know what this Dr. Pepper is.
Alright, fine.
It's like
I
Mr.
can-
Pip.
I can send a pepper up with a stethoscope, though.
No, that's fine. Just some water and some ale and some wine. That's it.
I guess that too.
Certainly. And so once the order is done, the flower returns back to a bud, and it's not terribly long, maybe like 15-ish minutes, when a cart comes to your door with a knock on the door, and you see everything that you ordered laid out. A nice little ice bucket with the wines, small keg of ale, and tankards to match. The different lower levels have all the food. There is a pitcher of water. So, you're able to sort of eat, converse, rest.
Are we gonna get in trouble?
I hope not. We got out
We
of
just
there.
murdered those. Yeah, but we murdered those guys.
Yeah, but they
Yeah,
were
well-
bad.
They were trying to kill us.
Yeah.
And we were here the whole time. We just ordered food.
Yeah, they were like
Covered
that.
in blood.
Maybe
There's blood
we
everywhere.
should take a bath or something.
There's bloody footprints back to our room.
This was
Your-
there. It was like that when we got here.
Your rooms collection does actually have an ensuite, so
Baths.
you could have your wings in the bath if you really think about it.
I hadn't thought about it. That sounds very glamorous. I will not. But I will take a glass of wine with me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Cecil's enjoying his nuts.
Remind me, guys, that I have something to tell you when the session ends. That's along those
Okay.
same lines.
Alright.
Uh, oh man. So yeah, baths can be had to get rid of any blood evidence. You don't believe there were any witnesses, who knows? And delicious food that you can enjoy while you wind down from the adrenaline of those fights. And perhaps there may be some lingering anxiety that Dalafor will know something has happened. But soon it will be time for you to rest. Do you have a plan? Want to take watch, or do you trust in the security of the palace?
I think I'm happy to keep an eye out. I'll take a watch.
Alright, like me when you're done, I'll take one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Bracken, you want to take third watch?
Yeah, that sounds good.
You can order in breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as watch order is decided, let's get our first watch perception.
That's me.
Yep. 25. I'll keep that in mind. Cecil, what does your watch look like?
Just keeping an ear to the door, and even sitting there with my back to it, just in case I nod off. Listening to hear if anything comes by.
With your little cap and all?
My little cap?
Yeah, your nightcap.
Oh no, we're ready for things.
Okay.
That would be far too vulnerable for this situation. It's only for when things are safe and quiet and chilly.
Oh. Alright. You do hear the sounds of different patrols during your watch. But nothing seems to be amiss or out of place. And Avi. Second
Hmm.
watch.
Uh-huh.
Perception, please.
18.
Lovely. I'll keep that in mind.
Mhm.
What does your watch look like, Avi?
Well, it's similar to Cecil's. I'll just kind of sit with my back to the door. Um, that way I won't feel bad if I nod off again. Um, I don't, but just in case.
Yeah, no, with an 18, you're solid. You're awake.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's not anything crazy. I'm just vibing,
Yeah.
waiting.
Much like Cecil, you hear the movement of patrols during the night. Some fake creatures in the distant give their calls and beckons, but um, your watch goes by without issue, bringing us to third watch with Reckon. Perception roll, please.
Yes. Perception. There it is.
21. Good rolls tonight, everybody. Bracken, what does your watch look like?
It's keeping an eye out the windows, opening the blinds, getting everything ready for the day so we can all kick off right, getting breakfast up here, having all sorts of fun goodies. I know Avi likes her cinnamon French toast. Cecil likes a good hearty breakfast, so we're gonna do some full English. Have a good fun with it.
Yeah, much like with Avi, the bloom opens. You're able to speak to the voice that comes from it. It's a different voice this time, but a cart is sent up with breakfast as you're all able to press your long rest buttons.
Yeah. Can we level up?
Not yet.
I mean,
You're closer than you think and further than you'd like.
mm,
Um, but yeah, as you all awake, no arrests happened in the middle of the night, so it seems that you may have gotten away with your skiing here.
very good.
It is just about the time that you're finishing breakfast when there is a knock at your door.
Who's good? Cecil, I think it's your turn to answer the door.
Cecil will open the door just a little bit.
You see a palace guard with a scroll.
This for us?
It is.
Thanks, and I'll snatch it and shut the door.
You have like the briefest glimpse of like the distaste on this guard's face before the door shuts.
I will unfurl the scroll as I walk back towards my companions to read it.
It is a formal summons, much more formal than what you had received the other day, to the court of Queen Lanafray and Regent Stradala.
We're due back in court with the Queen and the Regent. Does it say when?
Yeah,
Already.
it'll say
It doesn't
that
say when?
it does say. It'll be that afternoon.
Oh, this afternoon.
Great.
You don't think they know, do they?
I feel like if they knew, they would have broken down the door and arrested us. Or they didn't care, but I feel like we might have to fess up to it at some point regardless.
Yeah, we'll find out. Maybe we never have to. We can just take it to the graves with us. Our secret.
I mean, it could be your secret. You could fess up to it. A lot of things could happen between now and then. But, you have a few hours to prepare.
Well, I don't want to make Bracken mad at me again, so I'll just stay put.
I think we just chill this one out.
Oh, yeah, is that what you think?
We had enough
We
excitement.
kind of got
for
our
one
butts
day.
kicked. Yeah, we just kind of barely got out of that last one.
Alright.
Unless we can go see Bracken's uncle.
A brunkle?
I don't know how I feel about that.
So, as your court summons time arrives, you're able to make your way there. You walked it enough to get there, but obviously Larendar is not present. But you would see that Dalafor is. However, you would also notice that he is surrounded by guards that you can see have the crest symbol that you are also wearing, that variant that came from Stragala, are surrounding Dalafor. Well, thank you for arriving so promptly. Lanafray speaks to the three of you. And thank you for bringing some treacheries to light. I have gathered you here in front of the board to thank you for what your testimonies have revealed, and to award what you have been seeking for, a pardon of your uncle.
Yes, that would
Just
be.
glad we could help.
And she'll nod towards.
Sorry, Bracken.
She'll nod towards your group. It is I who have immense gratitude for what you have done for me and my kin. And as she says that, you see like a bit of a sneer in the direction of Dalafor. You are awarded in access to the dungeons. You will be guided there by one of the house guards. And there you will be able to collect your uncle.
Excellent. Thank you.
This is as decreed by Queen Lanafray of House Nightwing. The three of you are dismissed.
Very well.
So, while the rest of the court stays, one of the house guards will join you at the door and begin to bring you towards the dungeons. And there are a few people in here, but it's not packed full. And it's in one of the deeper cells. You can see through the bars on the door, the window, a figure, older. His wings sort of drooped down, but there are a few books that are within the cell that seem to have been read down to the point of falling apart. But when the guard will open the door with the keys, the figure looks up and... Bracken, it's your Uncle Harlemon. His eyes widen at seeing three figures that, to him, are more strangers than not, even with the resemblance to your previous self, Bracken.
Promise I'll make it right for you.
And his eyes, once shot, now become filled of a sort of intense wonderment. Bracken?
Yep.
What how did this... I'm
I pulled a
guessing...
lot of strings and did a lot of work.
I must say, I am surprised.
I am too, really.
I don't have much to bring with me. And he just sort of stands up, places the books down upon the very stiff bed that is within the cell. And is this just a visit, or...
Yeah, you're out, boss. You're free as a bird.
Freedom? Truly?
I got your back. You're good to go.
Without an execution for you.
Yep. I'm just as shocked as you are, and something tells me Dalafor is going to be getting a lot worse coming up.
Why don't we, set forth away from this place?
Sure thing. We stopped by your toy shop, got all the cobwebs all sorted. It's gonna be good to go for when you get back.
Yeah, your house is pretty tidy
Whenever
now.
you're ready to go.
I even washed your sheets for you.
Oh, thank you.
These are my traveling companions, Avi and Cecil.
Let us make our way then. And you guys are able to set out from the palace towards Harlemon's house with the toy shop next to it. Along the way, he will ask questions about your adventures and how you all came to be together.
Oh, it's going to be bittersweet. I'll tell him as we go. I'm fully planning, we can't stay long. We've got other things already. But I did what I promised I would do. I got him out.
Yeah. Anyone who would like to roll for me an insight check during this conversation?
Side check.
29.
Avi and Cecil. Harleman does not seem surprised at the fact that this isn't a long reunion. But you would also notice a bit of pride in hearing your adventures with regards to Bracken and his actions. As you are able to drop Harleman off, and perhaps ready yourselves for travel back towards Volumianth, I think we'll pick up with your journey back in our next session, where you do experience it one level higher as you level up at the end of this session.
Yay!
Right.